Talk today about how you can increase your sales by 54% in 1 year. I'm doing a 30-day challenge, and every single day for the next 29 days, I'm going to share one of my business strategies with you as a proud fifth-generation entrepreneur. So let me take you back to 1999. On July the 31st, 1999, I left the hospitality business. However, I'd been in the hospitality business my entire life. Lamb's BBQ, which will celebrate 70 years this year of being in business. We are Chicago's second oldest black restaurant. We are Chicago's oldest barbecue restaurant, and my grandfather has been inducted into the Barbecue Hall of Fame. So I went back into the restaurant business. At the time, we had 2 stores, 311 East 75th Street and 5914 South State. I went back into the family business. I was offered a partnership agreement. I don't recall if I owned 40% or 49%. It was one of those numbers. Anyway, coming back into the business, I knew that I needed to increase our sales. So what are a couple of things that I did initially? The very first thing that I did was I bartered. I bartered with WGCI. At the time, it was Ramonski Love and Tornado. They would have a soul food Sunday, one Sunday out of the month, and then they would have this after work party at a place called the Cotton Club. I bartered food for on-time airspace that allowed me to come into the radio station, but also allowed me to be the food provider for the Soul Food Sunday and also for that after work party at the Cotton Club. And I mean, I got a lot of airspace. So I got commercials. I was able to go into the station, record live. That worked very well based on my audience in the Chicagoland area. The second thing that I did was, I thought it was kind of dumb that my father would get our big meat orders on a Monday. We're closed on Monday. That meant that he was physically going in to open the store to allow someone to accept our meat order, cut it, trim it, and put it up. I'm like, oh, hell no, I ain't letting nobody drop my meat off, and I'm not here to count it and inventory it myself. So I changed our meat orders. We would get 2 meat orders a week, and I changed my Monday meat order to Tuesday, and it would come in with me in the morning. But that meant that on Friday, I had to increase my meat order for the weekend to have enough meat to get started when I showed up on Tuesday morning. When I tell you I cut theft, baby, I cut theft. Because you weren't getting my meat orders, and I was not there. Because we're a barbecue restaurant, okay? Also, there was no reason for us to ever keep our back door open, with the exception of emptying garbage and getting orders. I also put locks on the cooler and the freezer. And one of the reasons we were able to increase the sales is because we was able to reduce the theft. So that's number 2. The third thing that I did was I came in and I expanded our menu. So you can always expand your menu. I expanded our offerings, but I also expanded our hours. I started providing a lunchtime with also lunch portion menus. I'm the person who started combos at Lamb's BBQ. I just need you to know that. And the combo did not exist before Marky Lemon's Row showed back up on the scene. And we were able to expand that. So people would hop off the expressway at 59th and State. And at that time, we had a lot of truckers that were coming to 63rd and Wabash. And they would stop and they would get their food. But I also had people who would come and eat lunch with me every single day, right? So I had all these people. I know ain't somebody gonna freaking call me while I'm on this live. I'm gonna change that next time. Don't worry about it. So I expanded our menu. I expanded our hours. Limbs is pork. And so we started offering a fish. We did a fish fry. And we rolled out fish because we had a recipe from a famous fish place and we implemented it, okay? And let me see, there was one more thing that I had in my notes that I implemented in order to be able to increase our sales by 54%. Limbs, before, when my uncles were there, we had $5,000 days. We didn't have 5,000 days until I got there, okay? Because of all of these things that we implemented. So when I left Limbs, we were doing about $60,000 a month. in gross receipts on 59th and State. Lambs on 75th Street does substantially more. But those, and I want you to keep in mind 59th and State Street. 59th and State, at the time, it really wasn't much on 59th and State. There was a Church's Chicken, it was a liquor store. So I had people who were willing to come to the heart of Inglewood in order to get their rib tips and their hot links and now their fish and their shrimp. And we were doing $60,000 a month. So when I left, the one thing that I knew in my mind was that if I could make $60,000 a month on the corner of 59th and State Street, okay, I could make money anywhere. And that is exactly what happened. I doubt if my father remained open another 2 years, because he did not have the business acumen, the undergrad degree in hospitality management, the master's degree in business administration. I came in and I implemented that. Oh, I remember my fourth thing. So I went through a program called the Women's Self-Employment Project. And Eartha Cousin, who was part of past President Obama's cabinet, she secured me shelf space in Jewel's for our barbecue sauce and our meat rub. So through the Women's Self-Employment Project, I found a manufacturer to manufacture our hot links and also our meat rubs and our barbecue sauce. We had all new packaging. Some of it you still see till this day. We had all new packaging for our products, right? And I was working with a company out in Melrose, Illinois that did the sauces. So those quart bottles, half gallons, and then 5-gallon drums for the restaurant is what was manufactured until the lawsuits showed up at my house, honey, which was a blessing. I need you. My father sister suing me is one of the best things that anyone has ever done for me, because I took all that skill set and parlayed it into the world of real estate, honey. So yes, but it's still a great foundation. So over the next 29 days, I'm going to come over and I'm going to share what I've personally done in business in order to increase sales. As a recap, you can always barter. You can expand your offerings. You can expand your time. Bartering, I think, was one of the most beneficial things that I did. You can go back and you can take classes with like-minded people. The Women's Self-Employment Project was huge to my business. That's where I met Laverne Hall, who was over procurement for Cook County. So we're talking about relationships that have lasted now additional decades as a result of me taking classes with like-minded people. So share this. Make sure that you tune in, because this is what we're going to do. We're going to come over here and we're going to discuss business. Are you a realpreneur? Are you a real estate entrepreneur? I am an entrepreneur to the core of my being. I've had great successes and I've definitely had my fair share of failures. But baby, what we gonna do is we gonna try and we gonna pivot. All right, guys, I'm in Manhattan today. I came in early for the DEI Summit with New Jersey and New York. I'm attending tomorrow, where Michelle Mills Clement, the CEO of the Chicago Association of Realtors, is interviewing our other soror, the Sunday Duckett. And so it's going to be a great day. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.